Hello guys, welcome back to Code with Benji. In today's video, we are creating an expense tracker desktop app for Windows and Mac, featuring a full suite of create, read, update, delete operations with SQLite. As you can see on my screen, this is the application we are going to build in this project. It's going to be a series of videos, so we'll be having a playlist according to how long these videos will be. So this is an introduction. This is the first episode. Let's dive in and see what you're creating in this project. So it's an expense application. The main goal of this is to show you how to use SQLite in Windows and desktop app up to the production level, to the release level of the application. How you build your application to an installable version that you can share on the stores or share with your friends, that they can just install and it works perfectly with the database included. So let's dive in and see what you are creating today. As you can see, don't mind the YouTube Studio logo, because this whole theme is inspired by the YouTube Studio application. This is where I got the idea of the whole theme of the application. As you can see, those of you who understand YouTube Studio, this theme is kind of bit of similar to it, so the whole inspiration was from it. That's why I even borrowed the logo. So as you can see, we have a side menu here, and then we have the main page where the other pages appear. So we have the dashboard, we have the expense page, we have the incomes and the comments. These other ones, we are going to be looking at them in the future videos in the playlist. So but for now, we are going to focus on creating the application, theming it to this level, and also creating the expenses CRUD operations: create, read, update and delete in SQLite. So as you can see, let me show you. We have dark mode and light mode. We'll see how to implement all this in the theming part. So these are our expenses. You can even update some here. So all this is on the database. As you can see, we have updated the amount. You can even update the name. Let me add food expenses today. Update. You can see the expense has updated. We can even add a new expense. So we can even save a new expense. Let's say today, let's say microphone. Then let's say it was $100. Let's put the description: microphone for my YouTube video recording. Let's say it was today, and add the expense. As you can see, the expense is here on this same date of cost of $100. We can even update it. Microphone, good one. You can say better microphone, update. As you can see, it updates very well. Then we also have the delete operation. As you can see, let me delete this one. Let's delete the internet expense from this. As you can see, once you delete, the record is gone. So basically, this is what I want to show you guys in this video. So we'll start by setting up the project in this episode, and then as we proceed, I'll be telling you how we are going to move. Let's dive in and see how to implement this. Okay, as you can see, I've created a new fresh project. So we are starting from 0 up to when we implement the UI you have seen, the whole application, the functionality you have seen in the previous application. So this is our application you're going to be using. So please follow me. It's going to be step by step, so you can follow along. So as you can see, let's first close this. This is a sample app, and this, I called it Flutter Expense Desktop App in our VS Code. This is our main file. So let's go ahead and structure this. So we'll start by creating a folder here for pages, and inside here we need the page, we need the home page. So you can say home underscore page dot, and our home page to be a stateful widget. Okay, then a scaffold. So then in our main file we'll be referencing the home page. Don't need this, neither do we need this. So let's keep our project running so that it keeps in the live update of changes, the live refresh. Okay, as you can see, this is our home page. Okay, then another thing we need is our components folder. So inside our components folder, we start by, let's create a theme file that we're going to use to theme our application. So for starters, you're going to be working in one theme, which is the dark mode. Then later we'll be doing the light mode and also implementing the switch from dark to light. So here let's first implement our theme, so that the theme data. So here we'll create, still type theme data. Go into theme data. Scaffold background. Let's create the background color here that we are going to be using as the scaffold background for the dark mode. So let's create it here. So this will be our scaffold background. Next will be the first one here. This is our primary color. So icon theme, the icon theme data. Dark mode, we need the icons to be color white. Next will be the divider color. We will have to create our own divider color here. So for the dark mode, we'll take in this. Next will be the text theme. So this is for the app bar theme. Change the background. We want the background to be the same as the scaffold background. The next will be the icon theme. That will leave it the way it is. And the dimension of the theme of the app bar theme, we'll just put it at 2. Center type, false. Then let's add the text theme. So we'll be referencing the dark base. Then we apply. We just apply the decoration color as our primary color. Okay. For now, we can maybe add in the floating action button theme. In our project, these are the widgets we are dealing with. Theme data, the primary color. That will take in the foreground color. So colors.white. So in our dark mode, we want the foreground to be white. So basically, this is our dark theme. So as I said, we are going to start with one theme, then later I will show you how we create the right theme and also implement the switching of the theme. So for now, let's move with the dark theme first, then we'll come back to the dark theme later. As you can see, material 3 is enabled by default, so we can also put that in our theme data. Import that. So if you want to use material 3, you can just come here and say material true. You set it true. But for this case, for this application, I want to turn it off. I want it to be in the old material design theme style. So for now, we have turned it off. If you want it, you can leave it on for your own project. So let's rename our application, refresh our app again. As you can see, it has already picked the dark theme colors we have implemented. The title bar, as you can see, the way we set it, everything looks perfect. Let's remove the debug mode. The project is coming up slowly. So now, let's go back to we'll come back to the theme data file to implement the right theme and also doing the switching of the theme. We'll come back later to that. So next on the agenda, we're going to be creating the 2 divisions of the app, the side menu and the main menu, where the pages change from. So let's first implement these 2 layouts. So to do that, so that will be in our body. We use a row. And inside this row we have a container which will act as our side menu, and then the expanded widget. Let's put a placeholder of the text as our main window. So let's go into the side menu, which was this container. So we'll give it a width of 260, and then height height, we want it to consume the full height, so that will be a double to infinity. Then now we need a decoration, which is a box decoration. Inside we need a border, and we need to put the border to the right of the side menu. Which is this line. As you can see, this one here, this one we are implementing. So our border will be on the right, which is the border side. Then the width of the border, set it to 0.3. See how it looks. Okay, as you can see, we already have a main window and our side bar with a divider like this. So let's proceed. So far so good. Then this side, in our side menu, we will have child will be a column. So once we are in here, things we need to create, widgets are, we have this profile name, and then we have the menus, and then the logo button on the bottom. So let's create these ones. So for the menu, you're going to create a placeholder. Then after you have designed it, you create a dynamic list for the menu to keep our code clean. So start as margin from the top. So here we can use size the box of height 30. Then we'll create the account widget. Okay, to be widget. We return a column. So we are trying to create where to place our avatar, which is the profile photo. So this will be the height of the avatar, which will be 100. Yes, width the same. Then the decoration. So next will be us adding our image. So we have to create a folder here for our images. This folder will create another folder for images. And after that, we go to our pub.yaml. So under this, look for the assets and comment this. Go to this. So our images are located at the assets/images. So create it. And after that, you save this. So we can come here. Now let me bring the assets image that I was using the other project. Then I put it there. You can put your own, the one you like. Okay. Want it inside this images. Images white profile png. Yes, we will load our project again. Okay, so we build it and you see how it looks. Okay, as you can see, it's coming up. So fine, so we need to add the title and the name. So since this was a column, so we just come down here and add the rows. This is 10. Now here we need the text. So down here will be the account name. Okay, like that. You can see it's there. We need a space between the two words. Okay. Let's move on. Now that we have done the account, so the same column here, we need to add the side menu items. So we need a space between the two. So put that. Then it will be unexpanded. widget. So inside our list view of items, we need to create a widget and call it side menu item. We come and create it here. It will be returning. So now we are at the level of implementing these side menu items. So for now, let's first create a list of constants holding the name, the icon, and the page each item references to. So let's dive into that first of all. So for us to do that, we will need to create those constants. So means we need a constants folder here. First one will be for the menu details. Inside this one, we create a class menu details string name of the menu. Next will be the icon data, which is the icon which is type icon data icon. So terminator. Then the widget, the reference to. So this will be the page. And after that, we need a constructor for this. So this is our menu details class. So the next constant we need is the menu details item. This will be the menu items. Inside this one, this is where I want to initialize the menu items from. So we need a class menu items. Should be holding a list of menu details, the ones we just created. So auto imported. And we call them items. Should be a list. Then we can insert those items which are constants. So menu details item of menu details. First one is dashboard. Second one is its icon. So that will be icons of dashboard. Need to import material. And then the page. So we need to create the dashboard page inside here. Dashboard underscore page dot that should be stateless since we don't implement it yet. Okay, so this will be facing the dashboard page. Okay, the next one would be the expenses page. Icon will be money. See that? Means we need an expenses page. One will be stateful because it's the one you're going to deal with. Then we have the income and the comments. You can just for now press this return center widget. Instance of our menu items on the side menu. So now let's place them here. So we can close this and this. Okay. So inside here we need to instantiate our menu list. The one we just created, let's import it here. So once we have it, means here our list becomes the list builder. Let's flex this. That's it. So this is no constant, it's a dynamic list. So we need to treat it like a list builder. So items, item count will be the menu items. We just instantiated up there. Then the builder, item builder. Give the constant. Okay, so we'll be returning in the menu widgets. The one we just created here. Then we will be passing it items at index. And then also we need that index to be pushed to the side menu item widget. So this will be receiving menu details, and then the index. Okay. We need to design the side menu item now. Since we have the items and each item's index that references in the list. These two will be changing according to the selected menu, the active and selected menu. So for now, this represents the non-active menu. So we are going to come back and implement for a selected menu. So let's first proceed and build the menu item. So here we have a child, list type. We're going to use a list type widget. So the reading will be the icon. So the icon will be coming from the menu details item, which is the details as we receive it here, dot icon. And also the title will be the text, which will be the details, dot name, we call it name. And then we need pushing down some styles, text style, color, theme, dot of context, dot text theme. Let's use the text direction theme. dot selected color. This also will be changing according to the color to the selected and current page. So we'll come to this and also add a check when the item is selected. This should be highlighted with the primary color, which is red. Even its icon should be turning red, also having the background. So we'll come back to this and I'll show you how to implement this. Let's first proceed with this and finish it. So we just need to add some fonts here, color, font size. We give it 15. Okay. Then the on top function of the list style, we will need it because we are going to be using it when selecting the menu item to change the page. Okay, so with this, let's first look at how our UI is looking now. Let's reload the application and do this. As you can see, our menus are here as expected, so but they are not clickable. So next on agenda is to make them clickable and also highlight the active one as we expect from this application. So let's implement this functionality next. So for that, we need to know the selected item index. So we need a variable here called current index. Which is an integer. And we'll equate it to 0. So when you equate it to 0 means it will pick the first item in our list, which is the dashboard. Most of the time when you open an application, there is a default page which is always the dashboard. So we also want our dashboard to be coming as the first selected item, hence the first selected page that will be showing up in the main window. So means our application should always open with dashboard selected, and the dashboard content will be showing here. So means our current index, we can keep it at 0, which will be the first index of the menu item list. So then also we need the boolean. We need to have a boolean here called selected item, and then we set it to false by default. Now let's implement. So inside our tab function, we will set states. We need to update the state of our variables. So we update the current index with the index we received in here, which is this coming from the list view builder, which supplies us with the current item and its index. So once we do that, then for us to highlight and also have the highlighted menu item change color and all that on the background, we're going to use the selected item boolean. So in here, when the selected boolean is true, our color will be our background color. So this is border color transparent. So we need to create a background color. So that takes us back to our theme class, so that we implement that color, and then we can keep referencing from there. So these two colors, one for the dark and one for the light. So I have them here. Let me just copy them Press them here. So we have a selected main background for the light, for the dark, and then also for the light. So in the dark we'll be using this color, then when it's light, and then we'll be using this. So for now we are in dark mode, so this is what we need to show you how to change. So when the item is selected, we want our background to be this. Yes, let the background be transparent for those that are not selected. Okay, import that. So comes same to the border when the item is selected. So here we'll be having, so when it's not selected, you just call border without any properties. So but when it's selected, we design the border. On the left, border side, the color will be primary color. And also the width of the border will be 3.5. Come on to this properly. Okay, our project is running, and when you select, it's not changing, meaning there's something we have not yet done. So from here, we have implemented the select item boolean, but then it's not being triggered. So the select item boolean has to be triggered inside here, inside the list view builder at this level of. So selected item here will be set to true if the current index is equal to the selected index. Yes. So if this is the check. If our current index is equal to the selected index, then the item is selected, hence setting the selected boolean to true, which comes and turns on these properties, the background color and the border styles. Same as not forgetting the color of the side menu item name. So here color, once it is selected, we need the color to be primary color. If not, it keeps that. Okay. So let's save that and see how it looks. Bingo, as you can see. Now we are remaining with one thing, changing the color of the icons. Okay, the icon is here. So once the item is selected, we'll be picking the primary color. If not, we don't pass any color. So by default, the theme will give us the icon color, icon theme color from the theme properties. So let's save that. As you can see, so already here the icon 2 is changing to the primary color as the text of the side menu. So next on the agenda, we're not forgetting the logout button. That one you can manually put it in there. We'll come and just put it here. After this, you can just create the logout button. Since it's not among our side menu items list, you can put it manually. You can also still use the side menu items type and then just give the name, icon, and the rest. So that our logout button is there. Okay, now next is change the pages as we change the selected menu item. Let's implement that now. So not forgetting that our menu item, our main window, which holds the pages, is this expanded one where we put a placeholder called main window. So this container was the whole side menu. So I have implemented the whole side menu. Let's follow this so that we can easily see it. So this whole container is the side menu here. So now the main window here is this expanded widget. They are both in the row widgets here. So our main focus is now this, the expanded widget, where our main window is going to be sitting. All our pages, they're going to be routing at from that same place. So we need to do some magic here. So if you are having an expanded widget, so the first child we need, the child widget we need is going to be page viewer. Hold our pages. So to use page viewer.builder, since it is a constant thing, item builder, first of all we need item count. So item count will be the menu items. Length in the builder. On the index. And here we'll be returning. Now here we'll be returning the menu item at that time of index dot the page. Now here we'll be referencing the selected menu item index and picking out its page that was created. That will be the dashboard, the expenses page, or the income page, or the comments page. So not forgetting the on page change, that will help us keep changing those pages. So on page change, the property of page viewer, page change, to get the value. So then we set the state for our UI to update. Then we set it, we update the current index with the value we have at page. Okay, some problems here. It's not supposed to be like that. Okay. So once we do this, I think let's run our project again and see. As you can see, we're already on the dashboard page because it's the first selected item from our menu list. So once we select expenses, we expect this to be changing, and it's not changing. So we need to figure out why it's not changing. Okay, we need to figure out why it's not changing. Okay, let's find out the problem. As you can see, current page, the page change gives us the value, we set it to the current page. Then we have the item builder, which gives us the index. Then the main, our problem is here. We need to get the current index. This means that whenever an item is selected from down here and the index is updated to that item, meaning we have the item that we need to show in the main page. So we need to pick that current index and then look for that item from the menu items and then get its page, which is the component we need to show in the main window. So this was our own problem. I hope there is no other problem. Let's look at the application now. Okay, our app is running. Now let's test this. Expenses still have okay. Income page, as you can see, when you click comments page, income page, then there's a problem here. Instead of the expense page, we copy to the dashboard and then we didn't update that. Sorry about that. So let's go to the expense page. Make sure we are referencing expenses page. It means the issue is in our constants where we have the menu items. We are calling the same page for the same two menu items here. Bingo. So this is expense page. Hope it's reloaded. We need to go to start it. As you can see, now that is changing very well. Dashboard, expense, income, comments, dashboard, expense. Yep, expense page, body, continue action button. Okay, as you can see, now we have a floating button in our expenses page. Okay, let's maximize our application. Now this is how it looks on the full screen. The first part of layering and theming our application. Now the next part is let's concentrate on now creating the CRUD operation using the SQLite library to do CRUD, create, read, edit, update operations in our application. So let's do that in the next episode. So please follow along. For now, let's end this episode here so that we can start afresh in the next episode. So follow along and we design the expenses page and also implement its database and its table and its table values. We save and update and then also delete. All those four functions, we are going to do them here. Creating, reading, deleting and updating in SQLite. So guys, see you in the next episode. Make sure to subscribe